There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here the promise of death. The welcome and life without fear.
I live
Master.
Play Paris, who make you again Sktv-Lib. Say my chenny, Tina get I say my yamo. And you say no money, and more I go. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't clear ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't clear ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lopa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. The world with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Vancouver, Bombay, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Backwater, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, folks, good evening to all of you, our channel listeners, our followers, and our supporters, our well-wishers, and even those of you that also, criticize us, that go against us, that also, that put us on the red line, and, that also carry our complaints to people, to government, to officials, we are all good, because if you don't carry the message, that means they will not know anything about us. These people would not understand that everything that we are doing here is all about the growth and development of our country. So, some of you want to worship him, and that's why the the Iraqi guys, I love them so dearly, especially some of the songs coming from Senzo, the late now, when you talk about worshiping him, we don't have to worship him. The only person that you have to worship is the Almighty Creator, because your fellow human too were given opportunity to come on this earth. Let me tell some of you today what you don't understand. Your fellow human, that human being you see today that controlling you, that tend to billionaire, that tend to millionaire, that treating you anyhow they want to treat you. These two were given the same opportunity like you to come on this earth. And sometimes ask yourself, why are we on this earth? Sometimes ask yourself, why am I here? What am I doing here? What are some of the reasons, for me to be here? But again, because, of the life that we all live, that we all will enjoy, God said, there's no fashions that is so beautiful than God fashions, Some of you don't even know. The best fashion in the entire world is God fashion, which of course is human being like you and myself. We are the best fashion in the entire world. So that's why God put us on this earth and said, no, let me see something. Let me see about human being. Let me see these people. And I want them to enjoy this earth. I want them to have dominion on this earth and control everything on this earth. But today, where are we today? The thing that's supposed to be there for each and every one of us today that what few people are getting. Few people are riding cars, all of the best of cars. The resources they're all enjoying. By the way, good evening, people. Good evening and compliment of the season. Merry Christmas already. The Christmas passed already. But I hope that all of you celebrated or you found you celebrate your Christmas well. Merry Christmas again to each and every one of you. Yes, we went for break. And we're back after that short break, which of course we left on Wednesday. And we're back on Monday, the 29th of December. For a matter of fact, this Monday is the last Monday in the year 2025. And for a matter of fact, also this Monday, yes, indeed, in the month of December. So again, people, yes, we are grateful. Today is the 29th. 2 more days. Wow, that's good. God be God. 2 more days, then we'll be saying bye-bye to what? 2025. And we'll be welcoming 2026. Hopefully by Thursday morning, by 12 a.m., immediately 12 a.m., we will be welcoming what? 2026, and we'll be saying bye-bye to 2025. So you see how great is our Almighty Creator. God is wonderful. Help us share the show, people. I'm sharing the show. At the same time, sharing the link around to our team members. Indeed, you people are the best also. Our followers, our supporters will help us share the show. So many things to talk about today. You know, the country is getting interesting day by day. I don't know about you, but Liberia is getting interesting day by day. If not social news, it's political or politics, mainly politics, even though the social news is there, the county sport meet is there, people who are also, some people file protest and they are winning protest, while other people are also losing protest. You know, yeah, my county, Grand General, lost the protest. So, and Grand came out, they won their protest, but for us, we lost the protest. The people said we don't have protest. We don't have no genuine claim, brother. They said we don't have no genuine claim. So because of that, they say yeah, nothing there, you know. So let's share the show. Yes, let us share the show. Good evening again to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon. Based on your location this evening, or better say this afternoon, or better say this morning, we want you to please help us share the show and yes, let's reach at least 400 to 800 people watching. Then we have so many things to talk about. Yeah, you know, it's not easy, but God is there. You know, that's the thing. Yeah, so we have so many things to talk about. We'll also play one of the video coming from our former president when you were in the church yesterday. And, you know, he said so many things. We'll also play that video. The wife of our dynamic speaker, the able oh God, you know they got this soup garden, they get a way to do all these things, you know. So our dynamic speaker, honorable the speaker Kong, Speaker Kong's wife, she was saying today at CEO, wow, look, that lady is brave. Yeah, I think that true. She was in the army for true. Yeah, today she was saying today at CEO, and she has so many things to say at that end. There were question and answer, and she was able to answer most of the questions that were directed to her. That's the best thing to do, you know. If you say you have claims or counter claims and so forth, you go out and let people hear you out. So we want to say call to that lady, Cecilia Bankun. Yes, indeed, we will also play some of our clip and talk about that also. And the president, or in fact, the former president, also placed a challenge to the government of the Republic of Liberia that if they show any new project, you know, and that's a very serious challenge to the government, that the former president is now saying that if you show any new project, the Liberian people come 2029 should not vote for me, according to him, though. So that means it's a serious challenge. That's why when we come in, we're always saying to our people that let's discuss the issues. Let's go to the issues instead of personal attacks. the issue of insulting each other. No, we shouldn't enter 2026 with this kind of thing. Let's bring out the evidence. Let's bring out all of the claims and counter claims, all of these things. Let's say these things and say, yes, not true, the person do this, or no, the person didn't do anything, nothing the person have done. And so, because that was the campaign that the rescue people made against the previous government, according to them, that people said they didn't do anything. So, you're saying that they didn't do anything according to the former president, now they want you to show the new thing that you are done for the past 2 years. In fact, only 2 years. So if you show anything, what I'm moving forward, I have new project now, let me tell people, yes, that they think I want the government have done, that this and that and so forth. So let's share the show. I'm doing that. I'm sharing the show. Brother Ali will soon be here with us. Yeah, Brother Ali will soon. Yeah, Brother Ali will soon be here with us. So please let us stop insulting people. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, let's discuss the issues. Yeah, our country ban noises just because of insults. Instead of us discussing the issues, we are attacking people personally, and it's wrong. So people, good evening. Good evening. Let me see where this video quickly. Let me take this video on our president, the former president rather, of the Republic of Liberia. And in fact, it made in country. And we want to hear from him also as to things been saying. But let me do justice to all of you. Let me share the show quickly. Please help us, people, help us. Mr. Connor will likely join us here this evening. Yes, and yesterday, Guinea, right? Guinea go to elections. Wow. So many things happening in West Africa. And the AFCON, or better say the African Cup of Nations, is ongoing in Morocco. So many excitements, so many things happening there. And the people there, they are celebrating the winning team. Some of the team that are also losing. Oh, yeah, it's about, everyone can win. That's the thing with life. So some of the team that are also winning. Like last night, we witnessed a beautiful game between Africa Coast and that Cameroon, and Real Manchester, Mampe, all the guys, most of the guys are also watching. In fact, he's down, he's there in Morocco, and also watching the tournament. That's good. Wonderful thing to do. That's why we keep telling our leaders, better Africa, build Africa, so that every time, even people in the Western world, they want to come down and see that we are not the way people are thinking. Because there are so many examples that people are setting on us that, when you go to Africa, you see the people, they behave there. In fact, there are some children that can be asking, their parents, as to what are we a human being on this? Can you imagine? People are asking, what are we a human being on this? Oh, God. Look, I swear. That's why when we say these things, some of you get angry. Forget about the politics of loving political party or someone. No, let's think about our country. So, but Ali is here. I come and bring on quickly. Being do the last sharing of the show with some of our people here quickly. Yes, but Ali is here. My people, no time to waste. Please help us share the show. But Ali, good evening and welcome, my dear brother.
Mabel, good afternoon from my end. Good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Good afternoon, Mama Labiro. How was the weekend? How was the Christmas celebration with the family?
Well, my brother, thank God, all was great. Thank God for life. At least we were able to, have our quiet time and, retrospect on the goodness of our Almighty God. And that was it. Have the children, as usual. Most of the days when you come, it's all about the children, having some, at least refreshment for them, and so on. But it was very great. And let me say thanks to you people, but I was waiting at least so that I'll be able to appreciate all of our Sktv people, including you people, Mr. Connor, some of you that reached out to us behind the scene. Also, let me say thanks to each and every one of you for the Christmas surprise package, for the Christmas gift, for even the calls, for even the Christmas messages and so forth. I want to say thanks to all of you, Brother Ali, and I was really, really overwhelmed. Sometimes when you are doing things, that's why people keep saying, do your work and forget about who's seeing you or who's not seeing you. One of these days, one day, people will come, and they will want to give their own appreciation. So for me, I'm grateful. in fact, to the management or Truth FM, Honorable Laike Benete, Oni Sumba Rabas, and the people, they always on my back, making sure that maybe you have to go. Even if I want to give an excuse, you have to go, maybe. So I'm grateful, my brother. So far, so good. Yes, the Christmas was good.
Wonderful. You welcome, Mayborn. It is what it is. Sometimes, or they say, give the person that flower when they are alive, and gratitude it pays. You over there taking up your time, coming here so that we can discuss what's happening in our country and solution or to some of these problems. And you will come here, you spend the time here, going home at night, and we know the challenges. When I was in Liberia, sometimes when you go to when you go Central Monrovia, you on Broad Street, even 4 o'clock now, 5 o'clock to get car, boy, Johnson, who do will be running behind cars, this and that, all those things right now. There is nothing there, motorball running in the city, all of these things, and you every day you take up your time from Monday to Saturday, even the time when you get home, you are exhausted, no time to be with your family, your children. And it is what it is. We are all working in the interest of our country. Liberia is all we have. So even if that one cent, we have to appreciate you for what you're doing because it takes someone to do that. Okay. So most of the time it could be somebody will say, oh yeah, I get something to do today. I won't be able to come. I'll get something, but you take your time, you sacrifice. So once again, we say thanks for everything you do. We are appreciative, and that's why we did what we did. Okay, we did what we do rather, so we appreciate you for that. And once again, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, my dear brother. And good evening to all of our listeners, our viewers, those of you who just joining us. We are seeing now we almost in the 600, and we see you went through Asadu Mensa also here. My good friend and brother Ahmed Hammer also here. Ahmed, hi, man, give you wahala. I'm getting a lot of small noise. Let me say that way coming from Mangibi. But again, Ahmed, I hope that all is well in Mangibi. And Ruby Connect also joining us. James David also here with us. Daniel Damia Leva Senior also joining us. Thank you. And Ruben Gate, thank to all of you who's there passing quickly. Yamato Waka, thank you for joining us. And Spako and Koti also joining us. And all the rest of you that joined us. David Williams also joining us also from the YouTube. And those of you that are also watching on YouTube, let me say thanks to all of you people. Please help us share the show. If you haven't yet share the show, help us. And compliment of the season or happy pre-new year to all of you. Jeremiah Koleja joining us from Sano County, Mississippi Street, as usual. Jeremiah, I hope and pray that one of these days your internet will be strong so that you'll be able to join us because you've been with us for a little time now and you have to join us also on the endeavor. At least let's make sure that we get it straightened out because if we don't do, our country will continue to remain this poor because of our attitude worshiping of politicians. But Ali, what are some of the things that caught your attention quickly? Because I know we have three major issues to talk about, ranging from the speaker, wife Wahada, and I think what again the former president's statement, and I think another thing again that we have to talk about. But these are major thing that we'll talk about here today as we go into the first city. Maybe on tomorrow, we may let ask our audience about their ministries, their lawmakers, and that of their government official of the year. Maybe that's what we're going to do next on tomorrow by God. But today, we go there with. But what say you, my brother?
It is, and again, like as previously said, just want to say thanks to everybody, the SKTV family, those who were able to contribute and those who were not, those who didn't. We also say thank you for always following the show, and we know why it is. We are all here. When it comes to Christmas, we are all choked with the family back home, and we look forward to any contribution anytime we are staying in the season from now up to January 10. So it is not still late. If you never had it, the floor is still open to accept anything. We appreciate everyone. And again, I want to say thanks and appreciation to my dynamic president, His Excellency President Donald J. Trump, trying to restore some peace and stability within Nigeria. And I look forward to seeing more of this if and only if Tinubu cannot put stop to this thing that going on, where it will get some people calling themselves Muslim or trying to spoil the name of we the Muslim as terrorists to be carrying on this in the country, killing Christians. Or that's one of your fundamental rights as a human being, right to religion. You get the right to affiliate and not to affiliate with any religion. So we can get people who will just be in Nigeria there killing Christians as if to say Christians are supposed to exist in the world. So thank you, Mr. President, and I look forward to see more of this if and only if they cannot govern themselves in the right way. Nobody's supposed to kill anyone based on your religious belief or whatsoever. Thank you, Mr. President. Back to Liberia. Yes, there are so many things happening in the country. Yes, and we took a good break, came back again fresh and ready. Yeah, like what I saw today on the Sktv about Mistress Cecilia Bokum. We saw that. And what next again? There are so many things out there when you come from the former president, so many challenges and things. And what else again? You said the three trending stories, Cecilia Kun, the former president, and what again? Maybe are you there?
Yes, sorry, are trying to have this place on the into the system because that's a video of the madam that we'll be talking about in our first talking point. Yes, so far so good. I think these are just two major issues because the former president issues of maybe statement. I think this statement they are serious challenge, and I think the public have to look into this statement that, oh yes, that if this government show any project that they have no hand mark on, then that means the people should not vote for him. That was the statement he made. But we'll also play that video and other things that he said about people buying into the idea of, or maybe somebody campaign promises that give me Liberia when I win, I will change Liberia in 100 days. So also he talk a lot of things, but I want us to start with them really first. Then we'll go into that. But please share the show, people. Monk also here with us this evening, and Monk is if you missing the show, and I hope that you come more because it's not easy. So many training issues here, but I did that play the video quickly. Please about share the show, people.
On bias reporting, so we can make all the noise we want to make on the Facebook, on the social media, even in court. They ask you for evidence. So I can jump up and down. Someone sought. When you get in front of the judge, they'll ask you for evidence, and you have to prove your case. Okay? So your homework 7, I already dwell on my marital affairs on the school network at I would say international level, because the school network is the biggest platform for us. And with our school, where will we be as citizens? Okay, we get information, credible information by watching school. So now I have come to the level of the masses. Okay, we did that. A lot of people couldn't answer or ask questions. And all the writing, I was not able to read all the comments to respond to everybody. So I'm here. I don't know how much time they gave me. So like you said, we're talking about my marital status, and then we're going to speak on international issues. But one thing I want to make clear, this is not politics. This is my life. This is not me against the Unity Party. Because guess what? I am an alliance of the Unity Party government. I have to put that government in place. So I'm not here to fight the government. I'm not here to bring the government down. Okay? Because human brother is my uncle.
Well, I don't know how come the video is coming in that way, but people, that the wife of our Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, in fact, but Ali, for me, in fact, I was shocked when I saw the lady live at CU. I was like, no, I don't think this is real, because that means the lady is brave enough. But Ali, that's the first thing, because let's go back to someone coming up live, to say no, even though our own television, some of you watch me here and there, but I would be live and talk about these things. So when I saw her today live, I was shocked. And I was like, wow, it's like she's very brave indeed. So, but I think first of all, what say you with that lady going to see you to even talk about that? Then we'll move on with all of the things that you just said, because we're not able to play the video. The video is coming in. I kind of, yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, or maybe like you just said, she's brave and she know what she's doing. Or because there are so many people out there saying that, oh yeah, this woman, or she's a U.S. citizen, she work in the U.S. Navy, and when she married her brother, this and that. There are so many speculations out there, and even the speaker himself calling her his sister. So there are so many things out there, and I think today I followed this whole issue on the SKTV, where she will ask questions, and for every question she will ask, she answer everything. So like she said, she was on the Spoon Network, people were in comment section and people call and what have you. So I think she thought it was necessary that she already in the country, so she could go somewhere where people can go there, ask those questions so she can answer them. She know what she's doing.
Well, good. Mom will soon join us here very, very soon, because this entire topic, it is indeed interesting, because this topic, if this topic continue this way, or this issue rather continue this way, that means the removal of our speaker may likely be a hand. His colleagues may not want to work with a speaker who have the kind of a character, or maybe the kind of fin circle around him. But more go for a break.
My man, go by, go enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I was tempted to come on. I have no reason to be on here today. Wow, go ahead. I put my computer on, and on my app, the Facebook just pop up, and then maybe on big hair pop on my screen. So I like, you know what? Let me just chime in. I don't know if I'm going to end the show, but let me just chime in. But anyway, good to be here, guys. As we are with the new year, we're in the final days of the year 2025. Today is the 29th. So technically, we got 31 days in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So technically, we got 3 days left, and we'll be in 2026. So we want to come back strong in 2026. But equally, so we can't ignore 2025. We ain't there yet. We're almost there, but we are not there yet totally. So
I like that. Well, welcome. I guess in fact, while we were on break, also the social media helped us a lot. Yes, that's the thing. Whether you're on break, whether when you're sleeping, as long you pull your social, or in fact your internet on, you will see so many things happening here and there. But what are some of the things? My brother Ali was talking about Donald Trump and that around the world. I'm not seeing that the issue of Somaliland that probably coming again.
I told you, I said the media in this country is bought and paid for. It all depends which kind of an outlet you follow. There is a bigger crime that happened in Minnesota, where in the state taxpayers were defrauded by the Somalian community. For me, I know they are not the one that they are part of the game. The game came from the top. The entire federal government is in Minnesota, from autism fraud to Medicare fraud to daycare fraud and everything. There is a 23-year-old kid now by the name of Nick Shirley, an investigative journalist, because the entire liberal media, they refuse to cover the story because there is a blue state. You have a Democratic city mayor, a Democratic governor, a Democratic attorney general. So they will ignore the news. That's just how America is. When the politics is there, no, they will act like nothing happened. We're talking about billions of dollars. I didn't say million. And most of the money ended into the hands of Al-Shabaab, or terrorist organization in Somalia. Some of them were diverted to Uganda and even up to Kenya, because they got a huge Somalian community in Kenya. The vast majority of Somalians live in Kenya. But you know what? Like I said, it's all about the politics. In America now, we are in the information warfare kind of strategy here. So if you cannot do your own research to know exactly, if you can watch TV, sorry for you, because you'll just be I tell people, if TV in America is your primary source of information, you will be like a dummy. You will be like a zombie because you are not actually getting the news. Everybody put a spin on the news and give you what it, because take for example, liberals control CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, the entire 9 years. Of the print and electronics media in America, Democrats control 95%. Conservatives only control 5% of the media. So Democrats have heavily invested in the media. So if you come from work and you pull MSNBC or CNN, you just wasting your time because you will never get the actual information. Because what they will do, they will spin the news to fit their party narrative. That's why you're talking about a crime. We're talking about the entire federal government here, including the Treasury Secretary, everybody here looking at all the crime. But you put your TV on, no, they won't even cover that story. And they're doing it on purpose. So investigative journalists are the ones that are on the ground here giving the country the kind of information as well. They got videos upon video, but like I said, when you put the TV on, you won't see nothing about that. So maybe on the same thing, look, that country is not perfect. It's not what people think it is. And it will take you a while if you have an open mind. When you come to this country and you kind of observe the way how things operate, and then you will get a clear understanding as to just how it is. It's up to you to make your own informed decision before making a choice. But if you believe that the media will give you information and you waste your time, you will keep making the wrong decision all the time. So the same thing, like I said, why it's happening in Minnesota. The initial report was $1.3 billion from 2019 to 2025. But now with the Fed into the matter and doing some deep dive, because the Fed is actually following the money. And that's why we got the federal government. In America, every state, the governor is like the president for the state. But there are certain resources that the state cannot, that the state doesn't have the power to, to exercise. That's how you call in the Fed. The Fed got more resources. They are the one with the most power. So when we talk about the Treasury Department, they're able to trace every penny, looking at the Swiss system to know who sent the money, where the money is going. So the Fed is here, and that's why you see ICE and everybody, the FBI, the entire federal government is carrying a total lockdown on the state of Minnesota. So our whole state is being investigated right now by the federal government because it was a massive fraud. Now, it came from 1.3 billion. Now the Treasury Secretary is saying it goes up to $9 billion. That is more than 3 times the entire GDP of Somalia. Can you imagine within the space of 5 to 6 years, a group of people will steal more than $8 to $9 billion of taxpayer resources? That is not a small crime, my brother. So we are just hoping for the best as we monitor the situation and keep track.
So more to that, are you also sensing that maybe Somaliland may be independent? Because mind you, Israel has already recognized that part of Africa as a country.
No, Somalia, if you look at the history, they're one of the most sectarian people. They are not one because they're from Somalia. Somalia is a whole different part of Somalia. They want to be independent. That's the part that faces to the Djibouti. They got access to the sea, and they are not loved by the typical Somalian. So don't believe that because they are from Somalia, they are the same. No, when you enter the Somalian community, if you have a time to speak to them, right? The Somalians are in the state of Seattle. They're different from the one that in Minnesota. The one that in Ohio, they're different from the one that in Maine. So if you come to America, they got the largest population in Minnesota, as far as I'm concerned, more than 80,000 plus. I think next will be Seattle. Then from Seattle, it will be Ohio. And then from Ohio, you go to Maine. But then, like I said, they are not a monolithic group, right? They where you go to Liberia, you get Gio man say you get your own thing. The Crown man say I get my own. The Southeast I get my own. No, they are sectarian in nature. So they are all Somalian, but they don't operate like a one unit. They are different. I didn't know that until just quite recently.
Myself, are you really true with that? No?
I thought we were really divided, but the Somalians are even more divided than us. You see, that's what happens when things doesn't come up. You don't know about other people, and you can get very, very up and close to them to know about their culture and their history. So that's just why it is. And we are watching the investigation in Minnesota. I know it will get worse than that because even the SBA, the Small Business Administration, there was also fraud. So the entire state is on a total lockdown now. If you don't have no reason to be out there in Minnesota, stay out of trouble, come from work and just go home because the state is on fire, even though it's not on TV, but that's what's happening in real life.
Wow. But I mean, there are so many to this issue quickly. Then we'll come back to Liberia because the entire international news, especially adding another more state. Those of you, maybe you don't know yet, we have 54 states in Africa. When this one added, then we may likely be hearing 55. But I'll go back, People are always blaming the Western people that they are causing confusion, they want to manipulate, they want to get it. But if you go, the monk just said, if you read through some of these things, my brother, you will say, well, no need to even blame these people, because I think these are facts and these are real issues for the people to even do as the way they want to. But what say you with the issue of Somalia now becoming a state or country in Africa?
Like Mon just said, like when you don't study about people, you won't know what is happening there. So when they focus on your own country, you focus on other people's country, you will not know what's happening. Like that's why we are seeing now in Somalia how heavily divided they are. These other people on this side, these other people on this side, claiming to be, like most of the time people can say, oh, the Fulani people, they are more important than the Madingo people in Guinea. So it's almost like what happened in Somalia. But this fraud have taken place in Minnesota. Like yesterday when I saw this video about this daycare, I was shocked, because I don't think this is something that people should be seeing happening. And I think this daycare is owned by a Somalian lady, you see. So like Monk said, we are just waiting to see how the investigation will be conducted, and then let's see those people behind it, because this thing don't just happen like that. There are some big hands that are always behind this thing when they are going on, because that's billion dollar fraud to happen in just one state and just certain group of people. It is alarming, and the government need to pay more attention to it to see what's going on and what they can do to stop that from happening, and even if possible have them persecuted, because this is not good. Fraud is not something to joke with in America. Yes.
Well, okay, that's good, Mark.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Liberia, or maybe you want to check it quickly. Anything 30 seconds before come back, or maybe before coming back to Liberia.
The thing here is, in Africa we got a fundamental problem. We are divided. We are sectarian. Whether it's on tribal, that's why you see all these things happening mostly in Africa. Even if you go to Sudan, that's what happened in Sudan. You got something in Sudan. We always break apart. Even in the church, we always break apart. That spirit of togetherness and unity is not in Africa. It never worked. Let me give you a typical example. During the foundation of Nigeria, right? Nigeria, what they call Niger, or Lame by the Niger River. Some people, one of the proposals that came from Bill Clinton was the fact that Nigeria, they vote on tribal line and region. That's why you don't see certain people becoming president. It's not because they are the best, but because the way the population is concentrated, they're going to vote heavily. Like the Hausa, the Fulani, the Igbo, they vote on tribal lines. So when it comes to the presidency, it's not about the best and brightest being president. It's all depends on which region. In the northern region of Nigeria are producing president the most. The population side, the military is concentrated there, so they got power. It's not about ideas. It's not about who's the best. No, it's all on sectarian line. Like I said, the Somalian situation is not unique to Somalia. Even Nigeria, some people, even Bill Clinton proposed that Nigeria should be split into three. Because it always confusion. The northern or the people from the south, during the Biafran war in the early 80s, that what happened. People wanted to be separate from the main country because they believe, corruption, we are not getting the benefit of the state resources, we got oil, we are still poor, we want to control our own. That's why they came with the Biafran war. So it's not only Somalia. And when you look at it for the international scene, it's all about strategic positioning as well. That's why you see some countries supporting Somaliland. Some people will say, no. Like, why do you think Israel was the first to recognize them? Because Israel know they are very, very strategic, from the geographical standpoint, and they think it could be used as a ground to fight against terrorism in East Africa. So for Israel, it's all about a strategic military interest and security interest. Now, I know certain part of Europe will accept that, but the people from the main Somalia, they won't want to support that idea. Because when it comes to piracy, Somalia, one of the things they are good at is piracy. They hijack ships. I think you saw the documentary from the U.S. where in the United States, I think one of the tankers was seized in Somalia, and they had it's a major thing wherein they got pirated on the sea, and your cargo ship coming through that region, they will go and seize the ship, and that's a major economic sabotage. So other countries believe that, we got to keep the thing in check, and Somalia land will give her the perfect base or the perfect launching pad to fight against piracy and maybe terrorism. So they will support. That's why Israel was the first to put their hand and say, yeah, we are on board, because They're looking at the geographical, the strategic position of Somaliland. They think it will play to their security interest. That's just why they all about politics at the end of the day, my brother. Either way you look at it, politics is everywhere, it's everyday thing. It's not going to change.
Well, that's good. And in passing quickly, we are also getting a report that the capital, they won't Capitol building. So the capital, the Capitol building arson case has been in court for over 4 weeks now, and the prosecutors are trying to prove their case mainly using videos, photos, what they call logs and statements. But again, the prosecutors also asked judge to disband juror in Capitol arson trial. That's the latest news. That means all of the jurors, I don't know, they should step aside. I don't know for what reason. More, why? How come are we going down to this end? Maybe Ali you can take us from there.
Ali take it from there, because I told you guys my position on the whole Capitol building thing from day one.
Yeah, so
I don't waste my time on it. Maybe on everything was there. Anytime we talk about that Capitol building thing, I don't talk about it because I told you from day one the main reason behind that Capitol building, or arson case. And you will not get any redress. It will just be one politics after another because they are the same group. Don't mind them, my brother. So I don't think we want to bore our audience with that Capitol. Look, every time there is a breaking news, whether it's in court or out of court, I don't pay attention because I think it's just a waste of time. One day they bring forensic expert, another day they tell you, say, oh, the other man, no investigation, but they can tell you the estimate how much it would take to repair the building, 1.8 million. Look, why you want to waste your time on that Capitol building thing? Well, anyway, Ali, maybe you want to charm me, but that's my take. I don't waste my time on it.
Well, yes, indeed, I join you, but just that, there are other names. That's all.
Well, that Capitol building something, this is a political case according to Gregory Coleman. So at the end of the day, it will end politically. You see, like Mon just said, when I place God burn in less than 24 hours, the president came and said, oh yeah, this is an act of gangsterism or hooliganism, this and that. Immediately he came, he spoke. The next day again, they started to say, oh yes, to face the Capitol building, the damage, to get it faced, they answer how many million. Immediately they started coming up with figures for them to carry on renovation. So this whole thing about Capitol building, it was just about trying to see how to get rid of Funati Kufa. And again, you people already did what you wanted to do, burning the Capitol building to implicate people at the end of the day, there to come and misuse Liberian people resources, wasting of time on all of these things. It's just a waste again. And like Mo said, I even said let to be wasting my time on this thing because it's just another case. It's a political case, and at the end of the day, they know how they're going to end it, and that's all. But then they continue whole day, they bring the other evidence, they chunk it on the side, they bring this one, they throw it. So that whole thing, those people have no evidence. You people already burn the place. Yes, you put money in the budget and face it, and lead the people that are just concerned about people, children who stay behind by and influeing on their right on something that they know nothing about, but because of your political game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's all.
Well, thank you. So, yeah, Mark, you met us discussing about the I don't know, yes, even though she's still a wife, because the speaker is saying that, no, it's my sister here and there, but today she was saying today on the CEO of a matter of fact, there are somewhere around the Kevin Street. Yes, Kevin Street today, and she was in person, talking about issues, when it comes to her relationship with the current speaker. And I guess that you were following us, you were listening to us when we're also talking about that. What say you? Because that was our first discussion, or that was our first point of discussion here this evening on her marriage or her alleged marriage to Speaker Rachel Nambekun. What say you, my dear brother? This issue now is like no more behind the scene or behind the horse, is now face to face.
Well, the woman saying it's not about politics, but she's operating like a full-blown politician. I think she owns a full co-press, because I don't know a regular person that will go to an intellectual discourse to go and talk about marital affair if it's not politics. I was like, this lady, she's an interesting character as well, She into politics, but she want to act like she's neutral. Maybe I keep telling you, in life, when you see people doing things, don't just follow the action, follow the intent. Because the action is just a byproduct. When you understand the reason why people do things, you will know exactly what led to that action. That's exactly why. She want to be political. She want to destroy the speaker. I told you from day one, that's her primary objective. When she gave you all the story, at the end of the day, you would hear her, oh, let the speaker resign. Or he lied, he got. I said, no, that's the true intent. You want to damage him. I don't know whether she's being used, because when you say you support Joseph Boaga, it doesn't mean that because you support Joseph Boaga, mean you are a fan of the speaker. So we're not buying into that. We don't vote on ideology and Liberia, that personal interest. So you could support Joseph Boaga, he could be your grandpa or your uncle. You can still launch an attack against the speaker. So we're not falling for that crap. My thing here is, I just hope she know her bases should be covered in the U.S. because it carry a greater implication. I'm talking about immigration side, they're looking at the law side, immigration naturalization laws in America. So I don't care. She can play the politics all she wants. I don't know the agreement that they signed, though, but I know one thing for sure. Her primary objective and her goal is to destroy Speaker Kofa. I mean, not Kofa, but Richard Kuhn. That's her objective. You know, you come up with an accusation, then people start coming out of the woodwork, and you know the other baby man will come from. Yeah, you know, when there's confusion, he's a mayor of power, right? He's tear in command. So you cannot have a legitimate speaker wherein family issue, immigration fraud, baby mothers coming out of the woodwork every single day of the week. No, at a certain point in time, in an advanced country, they will have called for a resignation within 48 hours. So the whole thing about going to intellectual center, it's not claiming you're not a politician, no, that's a lie. I know her main goal is to make sure that the speaker cannot survive this thing. Those are huge allegations, especially when you're accusing you of immigration fraud. Then it's a whole bigger thing, because you're looking at the international implication and the local implication. And so it will be tough on the speaker. I don't know if he can fight his way around this and get out, but I know there are other political actors that want to take advantage. I get the nature of politics, you know.
And let's go back to what you were saying about the speaker, maybe, or the lady also, as to whether maybe she have been used. Mark, are you sensing, this question will go back to Brother Ali, or it will go to Brother Ali. Are you sensing that maybe there's some political play behind the scenes? But mind you, though, I will follow some of the propagandists, you know, from the government end, also talking about, let the speaker go, let the speaker resign. What are you sensing?
Memo, everything is within the realm of possibility. That's politics. Politics is dynamic. It's not about nice guy. It's not about who got moral. It's a game of immorality. If you will call it that way, it's not fair, it's not balanced, it's all about power. And when you are juggling for power, you can do anything and everything to consider the power. Remember, I told you on the show, I'm not a fan of Richard Kuhn, right? I believe that he's speaker now, right? I don't believe that he committed a constitutional crime, but his action was improper. The way in which he became speaker, what I would say illegal and improper, not unconstitutional, but illegal. So if you're going to remove your colleague, right, by some draconian means, by some Englishmen say asymmetrical means, some unconventional means, more than likely there is bad blood in that lower chamber. There will be people who will consider that. Well, I can tell you guys, it's just a matter of time before Richard Kuhn is kicked out. The same measure he applied to Fonanti Kofa. Look, people don't forget in politics. They say forgiveness doesn't erase memory. So he's speaker now. But don't forget, he set a precedent, a negative precedent. And in politics, whenever you set bad precedent, it will come back to haunt you. I can guarantee you, I don't know the day or the time, but I will tell you, Richard Kuhn will be removed. That one I can guarantee you. And I said it on Sktv, and the day his colleagues put a group together that said they want to remove him, I will be in 100% support because of the manner in which he removed the former speaker. I told you guys on the show from day one. So I was in my brother, you got a gavel, you got a speakership, but just know our country people say the same road I can hear monkey, that he can hear bamboo. So maybe it's just one of the many way to get back at him through this lady, and she carrying on some big time damage. So who knows?
But Ali, what say you with all of the situation and our speaker right now? Someone say the man is in hot water, or maybe the monk just said if he survives this fight, then I mean he's very strong, and people are going giant. But what say you?
First of all, as Monk said, in a very serious manner, country by now they asking the speaker to step down. Yes, because for the fact that it is documented, this woman, she's your wife. You did an arranged marriage or whatsoever, but she's your wife. Okay, people know her in Liberia to be your legal married wife and even out of Liberia. So if you can come out today and call her your sister, then what you have committed, I think, is against the law of Liberia itself. And we're talking about American immigration law, this fraud and other things. So now if Richard Kun can call Michelle Cecilia Kun his sister, and Joseph Waka, even though he say he don't listen to radio, yeah, maybe he listen to that one or he hear AA. He should be telling him, oh, but then you have to step aside, or even he colleagues in the house. So he had to be very careful because they should be his own downfall. Like he trying to say, oh yes, there is nothing a woman can do to break him. If we get a serious man in the country, they can break you down. Whether it was an arranged marriage or whatsoever, I think there are laws in Liberia that you can marry your brother, you can marry your sister. I can marry my uncle's daughter. I can do that for free. Okay, but astaghfirullah, subhanallah, I cannot marry my sister. Okay, I can do that. So if you can say she's your sister, that alone, and all of those allegations about immigration fraud, all those things that she's talking about, for Mistress School, for me, she's an American citizen. She know the law. She worked in the U.S. Army, according to her, the U.S. Navy for 15 years. She know all the law governing America. So if you will come and marry your brother because you want to give him green card or citizenship, she know the consequences that follows it. So right now, we're only looking at Rachel Kuna. For me, I get problem with her. She know the law, and they think the embassy is over there. Everybody carrying it, and she will be called to question, and she will answer some of these questions. If Rachel Kuna, her brother, even though she say, nobody can subject her to DNA. As I say, I follow the whole, the whole story today to that attire or what kind of forum she wear. I listen to her, but Rachel Kun, we can't get a speaker that will be legally married. He had not yet divorced his wife. We see him parading with another woman in the country. We can't get a speaker that we know he's legally married, and the woman he's married to, he calling her his sister. So he need to step aside. If we get a serious minded government or country, these are things we should be expecting to see right now. And his colleagues, Jay Among said, they can also use it against it. Oh, my man, we can't sit under your gavel because this kind of thing you have to go and try to clear the air. And so we can know. Go to court. You see, your deputy speaker can be there, but there should be his downfall. This is not something to overlook. But again, we have a lawless government right now. They don't have respect for any law. Joseph Wakala, he can keep in there. So it's up to his colleagues to see if they will still get a confidence to sit under him as a speaker. But they will be
well. Yeah, thank you for me from all indications. If like the two of you just stated, you and Mark, if our president still have interest or maybe still want to support or maybe still want to down and one with the speaker with all of the noise and wait until the time his colleagues or maybe they want to make some noise, they want to remove him before he, or maybe before seeing him being removed, then I don't think that would be good. I don't think that would be a good society that we all want to live in or that we all want to see. Because this kind of news the one just said, you can be at that position. If at least if you are nobody, then for example, you're common lawmaker, no problem. But you are the most powerful man in the country. To see yourself entangled with this kind of news, with this kind of things, back to back. Okay, you said according to him because he posted. When you look for when you were dancing, he posted and said, I know my sister here and there. Okay, good. And that post also, if you are saying that that lady, she's a sister, then how can the two of you go married? So these are all contradictions and these are all abominations. Because yeah.
Go ahead. No, in the talk, after you explain that. Go ahead. In the talk.
So these are all abomination to our land. I will see brothers and sisters getting married. But again, like Ali said, by this time we are expecting the civil society organizations, we are expecting a woman, we are expecting everybody, maybe after the new year, maybe to get up and tell Rachel Kun to resign as speaker because he can't control the gap in that form and manner. No. But go ahead, my brother.
You know, when you're in politics, maybe it's not about, like I said, politics is a game, like a 5D chess. It's not a game of fairness, it's not a game of morality. And when you want to stay in the position of power, you got to watch your words. You got to be very attentive how public respond to things, right? And it's not about allegation people can make against you. Your real genius in politics will be about your decision making and how you can react when your opponent try to inflict or damage on you. The biggest mistake that came from this speaker was to acknowledge in an official response that this lady is a sister. Because I don't know how you can be the third man in command. They say he teaches, I don't know, accounting or whatsoever. You sort of be an educated man. You know, I'm not calling for the speaker resignation. The speaker by law is supposed to be out. Because I was just looking at something last night. I was looking at the lady, some of the allegations she made. I'm looking at the law. I'm looking at, we got what they call the domestic relations law. It's a criminal offense in Liberia, up to a felony, whether you marry your full or half sister, even half. That is just from one parent, is still a criminal offense in Liberia. Then I was looking at the law of how they call it things, the penal code, the penal law of Liberia, section 14.70. They call it incest. INCEST. That's a big crime. It's almost like a felony. So it means if the speaker will be the one to acknowledge that he married, so automatically he's out. So I'm only waiting for other lawmakers to be the one to bring, whether it's a petition or a bill or whatsoever, to remove him. But I know by law he's supposed to be out. So I'm not only calling to say, oh, the president should be the one to call for a resignation. The people, just by our law, except they want to ignore the law. But I know there is a group in that house, in that lower chamber. Like I said, the bad blood from the Fonantikova debacle, it will all corroborate with this thing. And I know at the end of the day, there will be a group telling, say, you know what, enough is enough, and we want you out. Because it came from himself. I'm not looking at the American aspect, but just our domestic law, the penal law of the land, the marriage law, when it comes to domestic relation law, everything in Liberia, I think he violated. And it's also a criminal offense, and you cannot have a criminal being Speaker of the House of Representatives. So it's up to them to make that.
But Mom, even on the other hand, looking at this government or trying to establish, even though yes, there's a relationship between America and Liberia forever, but now they rather try to put hands around America so that at least America can be able to help them. And then looking at this kind of thing happening in the country to get a speaker who carry on this kind of fraudulent act within the United States, don't you think it can cause another damage to this government between the government and America?
Well, I don't know when it comes to, because the thing about US, you don't know how they go about it. For me, the reason I keep talking about the US law, like I said, I think it was sometime last week, right? When we talk about the show, when we discussed the issue, I said, the woman is an American citizen, former military, she's a veteran, right? And I don't know who will want to make the kind of accusation, because technically she herself was exposing herself by saying she committed a crime. So I don't know the strategy. And when the speaker came out with that statement saying, oh, my sister calling him, and he never said it one time, he said it on multiple occasions. So my thought was, is this guy finally realizing that he did something wrong, he might be going down, so he want to take her along? Because why would he be calling her a sister? Because for me, I would want to protect myself. That was something I would want to deny in politics, right? Because knowing the laws in Liberia, but why would he keep saying my sister, my sister? Like he reinforced the idea that she is his sister. But then the question is, why would you do something like that? So maybe he think that at the end of the day, he might be the loser, but equally so when he's going down, he's taking her along. Because I'm not looking at the Liberian aspect. I know Liberia, we can play politics, we can make phone calls, we can bypass our own laws. But when it comes to the U.S., maybe he want her on the record to implicate her here in the U.S. that when I'm going down, I'm taking you along, because at this stage, I know maybe I could be potentially affected, so I can go down alone. That's how we interpret it, because, like I said, I see no reason why a speaker, knowing the laws of Liberia, I know he's not an American citizen, he never got a citizenship, but I'm talking about just in the Liberian arena now, looking at our laws and being a third man. And when you are now ordinary president, Aliu and Mayborn, you got to carry yourself in a particular way. That's why you see politicians, they will take a time, they will consult people before they can make an official statement. But in his case, this guy is just dancing around the country like some Vadeo, and he calling the woman my sister. So maybe he know what could potentially happen in the end. That's all I can say. But I know our laws will not permit that, and he's a speaker, so the police will come after him. For sure.
Well, so 30 seconds quickly. We are about to go for the news break. I don't know whether you guys want to hold on or what you advise quickly before we go. But I'll leave you another month.
Advise on what? The speaker?
No, we are about to.
I'm going to say, maybe you want to advise the speaker?
Okay. So we'll join you people later on after the news break. Then we'll go straight to the former president's statement in a church. You know, now and then when they listen to Prince Johnson.
Oh yeah, that's another that
yeah.
church. Yeah, another
The former president. And then we'll be back.
Ali, what's your take? What you think? What you think happened? That's my take. That's how I see it, though.
Yeah, for me, the way I see this whole thing, like you just said, the speaker he put his foot in his own mouth. But again, the only thing now, because if we say we looking at President Waka to tell Richie Kun, oh yes, because of this allegation coming off from your wife, I will want you to step aside or ask them to be corrected. But I don't know if the president have that power to tell the speaker to step down or to step aside because of those allegations against him from his wife. And I think under his colleague now, I think they can take that stand as them to be corrected. I don't know how things go on over there. Yes, because like you said, this whole thing for me, I think Richie Kun brought this thing upon himself. Because if you will even say this is your sister, you guys did an arranged marriage, why is it she calling for divorce and you can't divorce her? Or because the plan was for you to marry her and get US citizenship, and because you didn't get it, so you cannot divorce her because the plan didn't materialize, then you brought this upon yourself. Not like our people can say, not every bathing water can waste on you. As you bathing, sometimes some of the water will just hit the wall. You can't even tell you go back in the top. So I think the best was this whole thing for him to see on the initial stage, to see how he can get it done with, to divorce the woman since she was requesting for divorce, and up to now she still demanding that she want to be divorced, that all she want from the speaker. And maybe the speaker thinking that, why am I going to divorce you when why I marry you for I didn't even say get it? Maybe that's why he's thinking. But like you said, if it were any kind of ordinary citizen, people would be discussing it, but because being chairman in command of the country, I think this is not even say good for all the neighboring countries around, or to be hearing that Liberia speaker got married to his sister to get US citizenship or green card. And look at all those fraudulent acts that you carry on. Look at all these baby mothers. You see, you look like even to tell somebody, daughter, oh yes, even though you get child for me, I'll be putting $10 when the child reach 18 years. You and I do mom in America here, 18 years to $10. That's about 2,000 some more dollars you will be giving to her. Who the woman that is well mature.
Yeah.
So to tell you that probably in her child at an underage, somebody who never even said know her own right, she knows, so she just say, okay, yes, I agree to it. But no woman of a woman, even minus America in Liberia, we get somebody to tell you, say, oh yes, or I will be giving you $10 while opening account to be putting a $10 there to the child. Even Liberia, you can't try Latin or anybody, but you can only do it to children who are still minor. They don't even say no, they're right from that wrong. And I think, and this is why we are hearing that even the person, this girl who called, she was a minor and had a child when she was not even 18 when she had a child for Kun. Another lady talking about child support, he's not. So all this kind of thing happening is not a good image for our country. Again, looking at his position, chairman in command. But as I said, he brought this upon himself. I think even though you married to get citizenship, and again, mom, this was he himself caused himself not to get the citizenship. Because you and the woman, she already married you. How long? Hold yourself.
Yeah.
1 year, 7 months, and then you submit all these documents to remove that condition from on your green card. So the moment you and her go there, oh yeah, these are documents to prove that my husband and myself, we get a joint account. This is our medical record. Yeah, we get medical insurance with the same place, we're living together. All of these things, because you will submit all of these documents, it will be with them, and then it will show your time to go. When you go, they finish remove that condition, you get your 10-year green card. In 3 years time, because she's an American citizen, you become a citizen as well. Well, I don't know why he couldn't hold himself, changing addresses, doing this, going again to marry another woman, coming with fake credentials of divorce document. So he said he just messed himself up. Well, for the woman who I even say I don't talk about it much, she know the law, and that one is between she and the American government.
Oh yeah, that one we will discuss on this.
So she know what she's doing. If it is true that she married her brother, that one when she can hear, they will settle a year. Maybe say when you get to the people, she will be over there, she start receiving email. Okay.
One thing I look at too, right? They say the best mathematics you can learn in life, the best calculus you will ever learn in life, is to be able to calculate the future price you will pay for your present decision. The decision you will make today, how it will affect you in the future. If you understand that mathematics, trust me, life will be okay for you. Sometimes, right? One of the best skills you can ever learn is a negotiation skill, how to make a deal. And when you are in the position of power, when you hold more leverage, sometimes in a fight, you have to deliberately allow your opponent to win. It's not because they are stronger than you, but looking at your position and where you might end up losing in the fight based on your status, you got to let some things to go. They think we have been settled behind closed door, right? Because it was an arranged marriage. You don't want to come into the public, more especially now being a speaker. Like I said, you're not a regular Liberian. You are the third most powerful man in the country. If you got somebody who believe that they want to blackmail you, or they believe that they are in a better position to extort you or to take resources from you, you got to be able to weigh the thing they call cost analysis. You got to give something in return for something. You don't want to get a certain state. That's what they call negotiation. Because if I'm a speaker, I don't know what happened behind the scene, but just looking at his position of power and what he's saying to lose in this process if things go wrong, my brother, I will let her to win. That's what they call short-term pain for long-term gain. A simple calculation, right? Why would I want to get to this stage? Like I said, the worst-case scenario, he could be the biggest loser. You speak on him. Your office budget is $1.8 million, my brother. You ain't no small potato in Liberia. So if this woman, if she had made a couple of a 10, I don't know what she want. I don't know what her demands are. But I think he could have handled it in a way that it shouldn't have been in the public space by now. That's just what I'm saying you. Because like I said, it was an arranged marriage. Matter of fact, you came up short on the American side because you never got a U.S. citizenship anyway. The children never came anyway. So you took the first hit. But the question is, what would be the next hit in exchange for what you want to protect? Especially now that you are speaker. Why make you think she's coming out now? Because she understands your position of authority, and that's where the big boss skills will come in. That's where the negotiation skill will come in. That's why you got to do all the forecasts to know how the decision you will make today will affect you in the long run. So I don't know. It might not turn out well for him politically, position of power. I don't know. I don't think he will be too much of a liability when it comes to the U.S. side. Maybe she will be the one. But just looking at the laws, like I said, from Liberia, and the fact that he's the third man in command, he's a politician, and people will milk this situation. Trust me, I know in that lower house, they already got some hotel meeting going on already, what to do next. Somebody want that speakership, and he can guarantee that. So when you look at the bigger picture, my brother, I don't think it's necessary for you to get to this stage, and the lady won't stop. When you see a woman going to an intellectual discourse center, I think the number one in the country there, you must know, they think it's off the rail, and it won't end up well for the speaker. That's my guarantee you for sure.
And that is it, because President Baka, one of the regime speaker, he can't tell Richie to step aside. And if this thing happen to go any other way, like you said, there are meetings going on in some of those hotel rooms and what have you, even the deputy speaker will not survive.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because those guys, they will sweep the two of them out. Like Richie, who is going, Thomas Fala will be going. So we should just get ready to watch another battle.
Another battle, right? Another drama for 26. For 2026, starting with another big drama again. Yeah. And will there be another political distraction that will go for months, if not weeks, like before? I know how long that impact lasted for. Almost 6-8 months. 6 months. 6 to 8 months. Yeah.
7 to 8 months, yes, the whole battle lasted for that. They shut down the entire country.
Yeah.
You see, and
constitutional crisis.
Yeah, among the bitterness is already in the horse is already divided. The owner over there will wear the black hat. And people are grouping now. Yeah, they are going to use this situation right now to tell people, Mr. Speaker, you had to step down. Yes, we can sit under your gavel. We no longer feel comfortable with this kind of thing. You marry your own sister, that's an insult, and it is against our penal law. So, and he had no option. So, like, this is another drama.
He in a tough place, man. Maybe he losing it, and he know what will happen. Like I said, and you said
Thomas Fala as well. Yes.
There's
This
a bad blood
they will do
association, right?
everything to get rid of the two of them. It will also affect Thomas Fala. We're now looking at Kun, but even his deputy will go as well because they will want to get different speaker and different deputy speaker.
Yeah.
Looking at the way in which Thomas Fala now is looking like almost the speaker now, like de facto speaker or whatsoever. Kun is just over there, but Thomas Fala running the show in that place smoothly. And Rishi couldn't get nothing to do because Fala from Lofa Kante, he aligned with the president right now. So anything Fala say, that's why we go on. And these are things some of their friends have problem with. You see, so this is a serious problem.
He in some big time mess. That's why I say he had the option to put it into a stop before getting to the public space. And this lady, she's not looking at someone who's going to slow down. For me, I know there are some political interest behind this thing. She won't just come out of the wood to come out. Yeah.
Yes, you see the woman all the time, she will say the man should step down. The man should step down. Her motive is for him to step down. Okay, when that man step down, he divorced her or not now, but I think that's her intention right now. Yes, that's why she continue coming out saying all of these things and talking about him being in this all of thing and all of those things. You and I know in this country, when something happen, when your wife says something, the people they will always like to say, "Oh yeah, that his wife can lie on him." Maybe in the
Maybe you want to tell me? Ali, hold on 1 second. I know we open the line, yeah, but AB calling me. My man, we can give you the next 3 or 4 minutes before maybe won't come back on the show if you want to.
Yeah, AB, you can come on.
All right, go ahead, AB, you live. Go ahead.
Listen, Ali, let me say hi to you among man. Fascinating topic, guys. I appreciate your time, man. Allocating it for Nigeria. But look, among you guys are nailing this speaker saga right now. But the bigger picture there, I know Ali asked a question. Constitutionally, the president he cannot remove a speaker.
Yeah.
I know we got absolute presidency in Africa. Definitely, if a man don't want a particular person, whether he has the constitutional right or not, he can somehow undermine it.
Yep.
That is obvious just in the recent time of Speaker Kufa situation. But here's the thing: if any rational president, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf didn't want Alice Tyler, she made sure that she went her out and got him out.
Yep.
She did that with the legislators. She did that. But you have a president right now. This man is a speaker is mired into controversy. And he continuously justifying all of these allegations. Case in point.
Yep.
The president's political advisor.
Where they at?
On the record, she was married and presented her husband to the president for appointment.
Yes.
Do you have any record to state that they are divorced? No. But in the public space, you have a speaker and this particular political advisor masquerading all in the street.
In the streets.
And all kind of thing. That is a controversy. Everything else the people are saying, monkey my opinion, that alone will suffice for everything the people are saying, or the allegation they are lettering that this man, he has some moral decadence or something, so to speak. You understand? So it's unfortunate. I know Kun, but a lot of things he have done, so people have to retrospect on this thing. I mean, typical example, the office itself, if you don't have the integrity or the respect for authority, look at what he did to Yeka Kolba by drilling into his car, the drill in his car, all this kind of behavior. And then now you got all the controversy surrounding you more. So in my opinion, the president, if you don't want to continue, because this thing is going to drag on, that I can tell you.
Oh, for sure. That's the new year. That's the new year agenda, 2026.
Among the going to weaponize the political opponent and even the very united party. There are people in our place right now that got ambition for that speakership.
For sure. More than likely.
Trust me, I know some of them. I know some of them that, I know people that are connected with some of their children. I'm getting the conversation that they are having right now. So they got the ambition of that. Kun is a distraction for that government right now. I don't know whether they have come to the realization of that, but until they can come to that, this is a serious distraction and it's an embarrassment for the entire country. Mom, listen, I have lived to see the former era up to today's day. I don't know of any speaker in Liberia that have been marred in this kind of
in the kind of for controversy. Yeah. But Abby, let me put you in the spot. Let me pick your brain a little bit on this issue, right? When you look at this guy, looking at his position of power, right? 10 men in command, speaker for an entire country. Maybe it was an arranged marriage. So you know there were conversations happening behind the scenes between him and this lady. The question is, you think he could have handled it much better rather than allowing it to get to this stage?
I support your statement, early statement that you made. He should have handled it differently. Here's the thing. The lady is claiming maybe a house or whatever in Broadway that maybe it was part of their arrangement here. And you kind of pass some document over the hall for a particular place. Mind you, at that time you are not a speaker. You're not. I don't think you're even a lawmaker.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Now, you are wielding a lot of power. Let's assume that house costs for $100,000 in Nigeria. I mean, what is $100,000 capacity when you got a budget for
1.8 million? It's a drop in the bucket.
That thing and tell the woman you can have that thing and just move on. Let's close the chapter and move on. But with everything that's coming out right now, you're dragging the woman want to extort things from me. She want my property. She want my this and that. You're gonna lose everything.
Yep.
And then trust me, the American government, even behind the scenes, diplomatic.
Oh yeah, you know that one for sure. You know Uncle Neil.
I'm pretty sure there will be some diplomatic notes that will be sent to the government with this kind of situation. And so I mean, it's just a no-win situation.
Dang.
No, I will not be a president and allow this kind of distraction to bring an impediment to my government. I will not.
And Abby, you said something profound about the president. The president, I don't think there are laws constitutional that the president can say he can remove, but he can influence the removal of a speaker level. So if this man is on the record for already violating the crime and then confirming that he violated the crime according to the lady, his sister, I think the president, if he really want to be preemptive, he might as well just call for a resignation to expedite the process, or else he could end up spending the 10 year of his presidency in another quagmire that will hinder the country like we saw with Speaker Kofa removal. We're talking about 7 to 8 months. So why not do it early? Because this man is already in violation of the law. That one thing, right? Second one, or he himself confirmed that he violated the law. So why are you waiting for?
The allegations, they are indisputable.
Yeah.
The child support or children support or whatever you might call it. If you're gonna delve into that thing, then you gotta somebody that claiming they were a minor at the time you have it. I mean, why you want to deal with this kind of nonsense like this?
A minor.
You know what I'm saying? And then last of all, let me just close on this.
Yeah.
During the Taylor era, Young Dua Makomla was the speaker. There was an academic fraud that was leveled against Young Dua to the point that he almost got removed.
Wow.
But because he had that was a controversy between he and Ebe Masale at the time. Ebe Masale was the majority leader.
Yeah, Ebe Masale, yeah.
But because he tried to undermine Ebe Masale to remove him as a majority leader, Ebe Masale went all out and told him, said, when Young Dua, you lied to the Liberian people on the oath that you graduated from Columbia University, which of course that was false. He did not graduate from Columbia University. But because he lied on the oath, the guys were ready to remove him. The point I'm trying to make here, because of the absolute presidency that Liberia had, Mr. Taylor immediately intervened. And he called all of them and said, hey, this man is my ally. Let this go. And the High God allowed it to go. So that's how much the presidency of Liberia
can influence
in this case is an absolute president that you can do a lot with it in terms of those kind of controversy. To lay it to rest so that you don't have a distraction on your government.
Oh, yeah.
Because it starts with the president.
It starts with the president. But anyway, I think you said it all. Maybe is back. So thanks for the time, baby.
I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Brother AB. I've been following all of you, Monk, and that Brother Aliu. You know, this is interesting. So, since I think we'll just continue on this discussion and up to 7:30, they will go to the line to hear from our people too. Because, Monk, if you go back to the to our Liberian law, or I talk about the issue of marriage, in fact, for marriage, Because marrying your own sister is not right in Liberia. In fact, it is illegal under Liberian law. The marriage law defines marriage. In fact, if you marry your between your siblings, your half siblings, your ancestors, or your descendants, are forbidden according to what I'm reading. But they said, if someone is found guilty, they could face up to 3 years in prison. I don't know, but I don't know how far this is going to go. And like all of you are saying, Mark, by this time we're supposed to be hearing, in fact, a communication from the president on that. Oh yes, I've been following this issue, and I think this is my son because I don't want to be seen as president because the president is of man of wisdom. Some people voted for the president because of the wisdom. So to see him now downing and whining, because even there are a lot of videos also, Mark, so many things happen though. When the men were dancing that day, it's almost like what happened during the CDC time. I don't know what was CDC was somewhere, or how they call the guys, the former finance minister Samuel Toy. I think it was sitting somewhere. They were talking about a program when that news hit them that there was censure. That the same thing happening right now with our speaker. The man went low far when he was dancing, in fact, he was parading with some kind of more, I don't know, photo shoot or so for back to back. When that news hit him, instead of him going for some kind of briefing, deep briefing to relax his mind, he went and posted on the internet that, oh, my sister. So he's already agreeing that yes, in fact, this lady, that his sister, but I think they got married, or whether they married or not, he had to tell us. But mom, the point here is for me to see up to now that our leader, the man with wisdom, the man that the people trust and they believe in so much, the deacon, to still be quiet. And they think I go almost a week now. Or you waiting maybe after New Year.
Yeah, I will give on this one. Yeah. On this one, maybe I will give the president the benefit of the doubt because the wisdom title is not only about title, it's all about application and result. So we will see how the president is going to handle this one because you don't want to be entering into your 10th year of your administration, right? And then you're starting a new year with a kind of a controversy. Like we said, the president, I don't think he have that constitutional right to outright remove a speaker, but you can influence the process because it's been happening before to avoid. What happened if the U.S. government was to call you and they make a request? Why would somebody who's considered to be a man on this may having an affair? And next thing you know, with all the allegations, this speaker here, he gave a side chick and they just wearing the same suit, get a identical twin. I know sometimes when I see some of his action, I'm like, I'm not a psycho analyst. Maybe I will consult Steve behind the scene as to if that's his own way of unraveling. People can handle things differently, right? They got some people who can be calm under pressure, and they got some people who will display certain behavior that will tell you that they are in a crisis. Maybe that is on the way because I don't know for a speaker who knows that his job is on the line. He got married an issue and then he passing around with some side chick all over the country. You're dancing like some country devil, all kind of stuff. No, I don't think you will want to do it. But like I said, individuals, we are all different. We handle things differently. So maybe that is on a way of
maybe more, maybe because the man are rigid speaker, maybe that's why you're thinking the way that you're thinking. And but I think you, they told you was saying something about the issue of removing them. And I think if the speaker will go, like Brother Ali said, also let the deputy speaker go. Let be fresh group of people on board that will be able to continue with the president up to the 6 years. Because we can't continue to have the kind of thing. You had Thomas Father yesterday with T5, then he still working with him and living there as maybe deputy speaker, or maybe who knows, maybe David Thomas Father may even come out as speaker. Because if that team really get to some kind of point or more, because mind you, next week Monday there'll be series of tensions. Because by that time we're feeling that we're got a new year, the festival season celebration, and now we're into business. And there'll be a lot of tension, there'll be a lot of calls, there'll be a lot of this. So what's going to happen more? But Ali can come in. What's going to happen if next year or Monday, when all of these news start to blow out, what's going to happen? When the speaker resigns, will he just continue to play the normal politics?
Maybe, just now, Bro Connect said something that is very much important. Because if you getting $1.8 million, $1.8 million budget as a speaker, even if you give that property to that woman, even if it worth 50,000, 100,000, because she said she had document to that the time you got married, like you giving your woman gift, it was something that you gave her, and her name, everything is on it. Why can't you just let it go? These are some of the things, when you want all, you lose all. So maybe you didn't get the citizenship, your children didn't come to America. Now you don't want to divorce because why you marry for, you didn't get it. And now looking at your position now, and for you to go down, why can you just let it go? This is something common that could be done secretly. You let it go, you divorce that woman, even when that one big house you give, or 2 houses, let everything go. And then you free her. You get Madala Cooper. I don't know whether she U.S. citizen or whatsoever. She can marry you. You can stay in America, you be U.S. citizen. Or you get other women and the one that get the 3 children that you're not paying child support to. You can still go and talk to her, oh man, so and so thing happening. These are women, oh yeah, this amount for all these years. And you send a U.S. citizenship you want, you can still get it. But now you want to hold on to everything, and you are about to lose everything. He's the one drowning. He said, this woman is drowning you. Instead of you trying to make effort at least to come out a little bit, and you drowning yourself by coming openly to confess that she's your sister. So we look forward to see 2026 drama about his removal here, a deputy speaker, because when they remove him, Thomas Fala will not stay there for sure.
Well, noise in, noise out. That's the kind of our system now. That how we want to call it, some of us, because Mark, let me come back to you, because how are you talking about noise in, noise out? Like, for example, yeah, we're gonna put this.
That's a computer theory. Garbage in, garbage out. You put garbage in,
you get garbage out.
Noise in, noise out. We went for a little break because after all of the noise that lasted for the past 8 months of the entire speakership Wahala, we went for a little break and we were able to have the speaker band at least voted for. And after again, we hear another noise, 22 of his colleagues. Now we are also hearing about 25. Maybe before we enter New Year, they may let the 30 or to 40. But Mark, another noise coming. Noise in, noise out.
What you got coming? We got another noise. Yeah, another noise coming. How you can tell something already here? You say it's coming. That was a poor choice of words, my brother. We already in there. Talk about you guys, another thing coming. We just waiting for the open Pandora box in the New Year. Already here. The package has been delayed. We're already sitting at the table. Can't remember to cut all the ribbon and open the package. That's all you need. What you talk about coming? It's already here. But here is the thing, baby. If I'm the president, if I'm the one, but here's it. And like Ebi said, here's the controversial part. The woman who's the chief political advisor to the president is the one playing side check to the same speaker that is in the quagmire. How do you do that? Look, if I'm the president, they are all going. The advisor, the speaker, I will engineer the fact that they will all be a gunner. I will make sure they are gone because, remember, that's what we say. The reason you fire people when people cannot give you results, you don't want them to stop your show. You got an agenda, you got a mission to accomplish, and nobody can come. Anyone in your administration that serves as a distraction, you let them to go. Because at the end of the day, you'll only be digging a hole for yourself further. You'll only be putting yourself into a deeper hole. The woman who's embroiled in this controversy is not a regular. We're talking about the senior political advisor of the president. Matter of fact, there's where maturity comes in, right? If I was in Mandela Cooper position, with this controversy, that man myself won't be seen anywhere. Even if we have a relationship, I will keep it on the down low. It cannot be in the public because it makes no sense being in the public. Another woman is here accusing this man of how do you call it, arranged marriage that went astray. You got people about having our children support, having an affair with a minor. Why would you want to add more insult to injury by being in public with this man, knowing fully well you are chief political advisor to the various president? How can you do that? Man, you play a low where you want to show. When the things subside, then you can come in and come with a public display because it even make it tougher for the president. You are not only making life difficult for the speaker, you are making life even difficult for the president himself. And like we said, the president does not have the constitutional authority to outrightly remove a speaker, but he can engineer the removal of the speaker. If I the president, I'm giving it in 2 weeks into the new year. I will see if there will be some kind of a pushback from his colleagues because they were the one that made him speaker. If they cannot, then I will come out. I will be the first to come out. But if they will come out first, then I will be the one to support that idea for his removal. But I cannot have, because at this stage, Richard Kuhn is a showstopper to Joseph Boaga. If I had the president in this position, no, I would do something about it. I will give them a couple of weeks into the new year. When we start the new year after the entire season festivities, when everything quiet down, that's when I'm coming into pounds on. The chief political advisor, the speaker, I put name one package and they are out.
The speaker only happy more if you are in charge of the country, if you are on top of your game.
Yeah.
We get a speaker that is fully there and people are running the show. So what power he get to do that? Because other people will say, oh, Papa, you know what, a laboratory. Then the people call us. What happened today about my girl allegedly raped the 14-year? Are we hearing anything about it today? And that one has gone under the carpet. That little child is going down with that kind of stigma, trauma in her life forever. Nothing is going to happen. So if you get a president who is ready in charge on top of his game, saying the things that happened, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago now on Spoon, but now he that question Rachel Kun, Mandala Cooper, and see them parading and know that Kun is legally married to this woman, and Kun coming to say that his sister or president who been around, he never worked out of government. We supposed to be talking about 2 weeks into the new year, but now he are already taking action. But because so that's why it's still going on.
But let me ask you this question because Mo said about the love for Burry. I don't know what say you, because then Mo make a stilling point, because if the political advisor, before we go to the line to interact with our people, the political advisor now between the number 1 man of the state, then the number 3 men of the state. How that work? How that going to happen? Because how I don't even know what kind of advices that she's going to get politically. That Mr. President.
That's what you call being between the rag and the hard place. She cannot be advising the president when she herself is brought in a lot of controversy. At this stage, she's more of a burden to the president than the speaker, because she's the chief political advisor. You got a woman in the country that going to intellectual center now. She's taking the thing on the really industrial skill to the country, right? Telling you the flaws about all the irregularities about the speaker, about crimes that he committed. Why would the chief political advisor of the president be even involved in the controversy? Why? Like I said, if I were in her position, I'm not showing up in the public with this guy. I will keep this thing on water until it dies down naturally. But to be in the middle of the controversy and at the same time being an advisor to the president, no. If I Joseph Boaga, she out by tomorrow morning. Official letter. But guess what? He doesn't care, you know.
Quickly tell us a second, what are some of the rescuers doing? Because mind you, though, there are really 12 rescuers who are all always seen on the internet. I think all they are into, most of them, is just about this kind of combating politics.
Oh, yeah.
Attack. But are they not seeing all of this thing? Or maybe this thing make no sense.
No. Why you part of the Unity Party, this one make no sense. So they stay there to support the speaker and saying, oh yeah, the woman, she thinks she will destroy the speaker. This is Unity Party. We go and destroy people. We make sure we destroy her. These are the comments. These are the posts they are making on social media. They are not looking at the integrity of their government, the character of their government, how it's going. They are not looking at that now. They're taking the political issue now, so they are there to be or going after her. You listen to what she said. If anybody go after her from the speaker office, she will go after the speaker office. So she did mention this guy, a good day Flomo, because I always see him writing all kind of nonsense on social
media. I know.
She did mention his name as well, because these are people that he's using to be coming. People say, oh, you graduated from MC. Your name was Cecilia Kun. And she told them, I graduated from the United States of America, so just put that one aside. Because these are things that good day Flomo putting all on social media, all kind of crap. You see? So that is it. When you go after her, she will go after you. She will go after the speaker office. So the more they go after her, the more she will be to all the entire sector there and all the radio stations across the country.
And before we go to the line quickly, let me just pass you with it. You know, there are some battles that other people, they don't know how to fight, especially those people who claim to be, and I know, communication people to other people here and there who are, I don't know, PROs or so. You think by just posting, insulting people, or maybe by saying all kinds of things, you think that's going to quench anything? No! Because the more you do, the more the person start to actually attack. Most of the things like a football game, right? More quickly people go to land because in a football game, sometimes, for example, the game that happened between Chelsea and Aston Villa, Chelsea took almost the first half ball possession, but what happened? The second half, when the people change, it's so how the whole entire game change. So that's why when you are into some of these situations, the best way to do these things, those of us who into the communication business, the most say, it's not everything that you react to. Some of us will be saying this thing to people behind the scene.
Yep.
It's not every little thing that you have to react, you have to insult, you got to be combative, you got to look for people you know. It may drag you until it drag your entire life.
Oh, yeah. You got to know how to take a hit in life, especially if you're a popular figure, maybe. Your decision making, you got to know how to take, you got to know how to negotiate. Why will you want to get to this level, knowing fully whether in the worst case scenario, if things go south, you will be the biggest loser? Why? That's where the leadership, that's what they call leadership, my brother. Leadership doesn't mean that you know everything. It just means that in crunch time, in critical time, you can make better decisions. That's why leadership is powerful. That's why you got advisor. So I don't know of any logical advisor that will want to be embroiled in something a marital issue. Then at the same time, you are advisor to the president. You want to be why? It shows irresponsibility. You cannot be in the you cannot be in the president office claiming to be an advisor. You are out. So the speaker, I think I will have to blame him, even though I know there are two sides when you're dealing with a blackmailer too. The guys on Roots were dealing with blackmailer. Because when blackmailer, when they try to blackmail you and you yield to their advances, they will embolden them to come for more. So
what I will make it more.
Maybe he look at it both ways, like, you know what? If I'm going down, let me just go down and take her along, because I know if I give her what she asked for, she will come back a month or two from now demanding more, and then I cannot be spinning on her fingers and everything she requests, and I will be the one yielding to her pressure. So maybe that's his calculation. But like I said, the one major person that will be the one to show leadership in this thing, I will give him a couple of weeks into the new year. Maybe he might be waiting to see if there will be some responses from his own colleagues, because the colleagues were the one that made him speaker. We like Brempo never stood in land to go for speaker. I love people like to decide who will be the first among equals. So I will give them a couple of weeks. Let me see the kind of a move that they will make. But I will be there start making some calls in the background that I don't think I can maintain this guy, because at the end of the day, he will be more of a liability to our arrest agenda than keeping him on board. But like I said, there are phone calls being made. I know there are meetings in hotel room.
Outside of Liberia, more apart from Africa, are these people travel to the US before? I still to be corrected.
I don't know. I don't know if he came here after his speakership. I know he been here before. That's one for sure.
Yes,
but I can tell the last time he came here, and maybe that could be a potential reason, because we don't know how soon the case started and how far the woman went. So there's a possibility that he's yet to come here, and he may not be coming here anytime soon. So it won't end well for the speaker. I want to know for sure. The only thing I can guarantee you in the case.
All right, my brother, go to the line to either with our people 077020312. Please stick to the issues of the thing that we are discussing here, that we should talk about today. Any other issue contrary from what we are discussing, we'll cut it off, because we don't know bureaucracy. Hello to this question, Colorado. Good evening.
Good evening, Mabon.
Yes, Charles Cooper. Go ahead, my brother.
And let me extend compliment again to the rest of the panelists. Mabon, you know, the rescue love breast story is an interesting story. And I think they will be lover of the year. We have to honor them as lover of the year. But maybe on a more serious note, our country is not serious when it comes to integrity-driven issue. If Liberia was like other countries, then by now you and I will not even be calling on the speaker to resign. Their own conscience will allow him to do that, because you then the third most powerful man in the entire country, and the kind of damaging information coming upon you, and you think it is just a joke, because you know our leaders, they know that we are jokers in this country. We don't take anything serious. And you see, Mabon, you as a speaker, And the thing came to the public clear, but even from their own angle, because they are the one who posted this on social media and yeah, people say that a man personal affair and loving issue that people pet. No, when you are that's when you are in a relationship that you are brought on social media, there is no longer privacy. It's because social media is a public platform. Besides that, when you are a government official, maybe nothing about you is so personal now, because you are being paid by public and money. You are being anything you do it reflect on the country either directly or indirectly. But you see, maybe our country, when it comes to integrity, you are saying why the president is not speaking. Maybe the president will only speak when the president himself has integrity.
All right, thank you. We take more calls 07702033125. That's the number, please. Let's stick to our time quickly. Yeah, let me see. David King is right here. David King. David, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and let me say good evening to the rest of the panelists. I want to first of all start out with the statement made by former president.
No, we're not talking about that today. Maybe tomorrow for the visit.
Let me talk about Safari. You know, I saw a radio go dancing like 1 mile in 4 years. You see, this young man, I mean, he's not serious. He's a very unserious man, very much unserious. And this is why we from the angle of the opposition, we feel that Liberia is not being governed. Because as a matter of fact, you have one man who called himself speaker at the time. He went and signed a budget, and that budget will be used by the executives. No serious government does that. While the legislature in conflict with themselves, that you, the executive, giving budget to somebody who is not legitimate, only because you're taking a sign. And that budget was passed by whom? When the issue of confidence came about restoration, he too said, I resign. I contested. It's not a serious man. So whatever Cecilia is saying, I saw her today on the social media, I see you. You know, she went there, question was being posed to her. And every question I was asked, she alluded to everything. She answered to it, and she made statement. So if they are thinking that this brother, if I really go as a pedophile, because in a much, he has said with 9-year-old child, he's a really child for red. So you cannot be a pedophile and be a speaker for this country.
All right, thank you, David King. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, people, and good evening to your fellow panelists. This is the common board chairman. I'm Peter Sir. I join you from Sokono District 4. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Listening to you, my brother.
The executive search, the executive search, then there were more issues of it. Executive search of the part. When I hear what we want to get it.
Well, yeah, go to the issue, my brother.
Yeah, well, anyway, let me get on the mood. You will start the issue. Or you see, Mom was trying to say, the name maybe you are looking like going down, so you want to take the lady down. Mom, that's not it. Mom, look, that man is not sophisticated. You only make that case for someone who's sophisticated. Mom, just listen to the left party of regime. This is the same man I went to say, you according to regime speaker. He said, the little party wanted somebody to do that, they didn't work. Even if the little party wanted somebody to do that, they didn't work till the one regime speaker. When you take a podium and stand there and start saying that kind of thing, that was loneliness of that speaker. But Sally is called the speaker of the Republic of Liberia. That is why my instruction, because they are our subjects, they are the people's subjects. Those lawmakers are speaking to you now. If you don't know what we know, Liberia image are then dragged in the mud by having this regime puppet to be on speaker. If you know what I know, lawmakers from CDC, because me, I'm a CDC. Please do better. Do better and leave or impeachment proceeding. Let a man step aside because he's causing destruction, he's causing embarrassment for Liberia.
All right, thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
So thank you, Maple. This is for us of Prince Kolake. So I phone from District 5 this time. So I think the House of Representatives, they have sufficient reason to give the marching order to the regime speaker. Look, their rule talks about dignity and prestige. It was on the basis of dignity and prestige. They said they will not sit on any starter at the time. When Global Witness Saga came out, it was when they led Munapelo Youngblood, apparently during the election of those other intellectual comrades. Look, they raised the bar, and because of that, Ellis Starter got a marching order. When you have sufficient reason to do something and you don't do it, it helps some of us with a critical background. You can't be having a speaker with that type of character. Even as that, what this more affronting is, after the woman have acknowledged the public, and more beside Madina Cooper, advisor to President Parker, we saw them
reading.
No, we even saw them say, in the midst of all of those controversial, they were in Lofa, casing, in fact, doing what? So when they come back, they should say, because of dignity and prestige, we can't sit on your gavel. In fact, no.
That's it. Yeah, thank you, my dear brother. Today, at least, you know, that's the thing we can be saying. Keep a calls coming 0770203125. No matter which political party you're from, the best thing, let's speak to the national issues, because the issues with either affect us negatively or positively. So this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
Thank you. I'm Ellis Kulu. I'm joining from Nima District 7, Farm City.
Okay, thank you for joining us from Nima County, my brother.
Thank you. Maybe I can remember one President Braga bought a food for some of in our car. It was on the show, but the library people took it to be the form, bro. So today, the only thing like
which one the car you talking about for the 1.5?
The 1.5 million, I have 2 pieces of egg.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. So today, the only thing that can make your country so beautiful is the constitution, what you have. And during the time of the speakership, all the powerful carry at the end of the day, Supreme Court of help. Once you recall it, really the show will be at the same, will be making contribution. But some of you down when you're doing what they say, what may Brandon doing? What may Brandon at the end of the day? There was nothing that Brandon was able to talk about it. You play your own role. But you had a speaker of the 10 men in this country who's going to be going out there lobbying for his country. The every time of the day respond to the woman immediately that it was a disgrace when it passed. Now say you confine the woman and your sister, why you can't give her divorce paper? So chief, as a speaker in Lima, even the worker code that Unity Party people talk about, there have been a lot of concerns have been raised from the corridor. Well, up to now, we're not hearing from the VP or we're hearing from the president. Why is the worker code? So there's a serious issue, maybe. At the end of the day, they're not fighting the brand other issue. They didn't use it Tomo Father and Tifa. They distract the laboratory man for the brand other issue. That's all they're using the two guys for, nothing else.
All right, thank you. All that issue for the next year for the issue. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, Maple. Therefore, this is a critical issue. We must all discuss it critically. We cannot trust those guys in the houses. So what we need to do is to receive and sustain the pressure from without. And how do we do that? We rely on some of you. Look for today's day. Anytime I go on a show, what I'm talking about, the rest of it, I beg you, they give me anything. If I want someone say, I must call on redeemed people to go. It is about time that redeemed people go. Redeemed people is an embarrassment and abuse. Redeemed people, they embarrass us. Please leave and go. Let all Liberians, 1 million Liberians who believe in the sanctity of the society of Liberia, call for this man, leaving our sacred. That is the fair, most respected gift in our body politics. So we cannot have a man who is called these people is involved with a lot of criminal and promiscuous attitude in the public, not in my state, but in the public. Thank you.
Thank you, the common people chairman. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening to the people of Liberia. So I do call from Jacksonville.
Okay.
Maybe.
What's the name, Chief?
I'm Zaza.
Okay, go ahead.
It's very sad that some of you people will sit in studio and
Hey man, you make credible independent way again. Hello, today's caller, good evening. You should be called back, yeah. Your credit was on my ass. Today's caller, hello, good evening.
Yes. Good evening, Nathan.
Yes, my brother, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Nathan. This is Arab David Samuel. I joined a discussion for Uminga Mashi, a legacy of football president here. Nathan, let me tell you, sometimes we have to look at anything in social, like people say, character begins at home. The character, they can put a senator out way back that was not saying today. You see, it was very responsible speaker or responsible person. I think by now, they can put in the Nigerian who have an speaker position. You can't be standing in that kind of position as a chairman in the country, in authority, then I kind of damage information coming out of you, then you allow yourself to be there. You know what made me to be convinced that what I was saying is true? Because of the attitude I made as minister, the removal of political back. So that was presented and know they are what in the country. You see the kind of information that's coming about it? They started talking all kind of things as though they are the startup party on earth. What kind of information that's coming about it?
All right, thank you. Today's caller, maybe just one more. Hello?
Hello.
But please, man, when you call, you just move away from your monitor because yeah. Hello, today's caller, go even quickly. We take I need 2 more, 3 more calls, then we'll cross over to our team.
Hello, Bibo and the rest of the panelists.
Yeah.
I'm J. Keller, and I join you from Police Academy resident.
Okay.
You know, at times I don't like to even hear the citizens access somebody or questioning somebody integrity. You know, the president, the former president, was accused of child abandonment. Then he refused to get all child support.
And that was discussed also the same way that we are discussing the other issue. So why you know?
So they don't have the moral standing to question anybody.
No, they are not the one that do it though, but the person that do it, if the person call a camera, if the person that do it, like for example, if the person call in and want to hold up people accountable, then I agree with you, but people can maybe say what they want to say during the time of any happening.
Yeah, that's what they hear at the time. That's why I'm questioning them, you know. That's why I'm questioning
All right,
them.
go ahead.
To the issue now. I think that woman, the intent of that woman, presumably is to just get some of the property that you're going to have. But I can tell you, all of them are in the wrong. If it is established that they are really brother and sister, you know, our law, you cannot marry your sibling. So the law will now, recognize that marriage. That's the first thing that we should establish it as well. So I hear more talking about the president should take that the
which law that will not recognize them because the law don't know what are their brothers and sisters. So all the law know.
The law will establish that. The law will establish that. Yeah, why you can't anyway go to the law and the law will establish that because the speaker have made his case that they are brother and sister. So once
so you believe they have a speaker?
Huh?
So you believe what the speaker said?
I will hold it as he said.
All right. He said one more say quickly. He said one more say.
What more was talking about the president should have you remove. I don't think there's any law here that would say the president should remove the speaker. I think if it is established, and the president will not just come on and say anything because of radio and appearance of somebody. Somebody has been accused because of radio.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. We gave all up. They call up, and you accusing sedition, but yourself, if you
yeah, you more partisan than unity.
Well, we gotta go, but let's just use at least the 7 minutes of our time to go, my brother. You just listen.
You're talking about the speakership, right? It had nothing to do with CDC about moral standing. But he's so partisan that he will not even look at the main topic we're talking. We're not saying that the president should remove the speaker. We know the president doesn't have that constitutional authority, but the president can help call for his removal. That's what we said. His colleagues are the one that will make that move, but the president can be a factor in that also. So the whole idea about morals, and in that case, it's not about the morality. We are talking about the sensitivity of his position. And matter of fact, at this stage, he's more of a burden to the president apart from being a burden to himself. So the president should do the right thing and give them some time. If they cannot make that move, then he can call. We didn't say remove. We say call for the removal of the president because it will kind of distract him from his rescue agenda. That's what we say here. So you were talking about the CDC, that the problem in Liberia, everything he was lens. We're talking about the sanctity of the office, the speakership, how powerful he is, and the kind of things that he's brought in. But for you, no, you got to see it through the lens of CDC. So my brother, that's what we are talking
about. To even come and even make things worse. What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that have been the normal routine. Everything in Liberia is CDC and Unity Party. So we wait 2029. Let's see why we're happy. Because right now, everything in Liberia, like they put data survey, they say 50-50. When you go on the internet, you talk bad about the government, 50% will support you. When you talk good, 50% will support you.
Last time will kill Liberia. I will kill Liberia to the graveyard.
So everything is 50-50. Yeah, but that is it. Like we all say now, yeah, the president cannot tell Richokun say step down. So we will wait to see what their majority, because even people of his own majority bloc, they are now joining the minority for this thing. There are so many meetings going on now. Like we said, who you want or you will lose all. It was better you divorce the woman, whether you got US citizenship or not, divorce her. When she talk about it, whatsoever property, give it to her so you can save yourself. And you still get more time in your favor. People then, like I know somebody now who is almost 80-year-old coming to America. What much more about you? You can come to America anytime. But because you fear that you lose everything while you wanted, you didn't get it. Maybe that's why you hold it on to the divorce that is now going to bring you down. But please, if you want removing, you're not even face our capital building here. You're shouldn't be my advice to you. So that's just it.
Yeah, the funny thing about that capital building. The renovation for the capital building was estimated to be 1.8 million, and the speaker of a budget of 1.8 million. So I don't know who did that appraisal, who did that estimate.
Everything is just about 1.8.
Yeah, 1.8. So the thing here is, like you said, the 50-50 policy that will carry that brought to her grave, because anything is seen through the lens of CDC and Unity Party, which is bad for the country, that people forget about the entire country.
Yes.
That the institution is better or more than a country. Can you imagine of being partisan when he's the worst partisan ever? We're talking about something different from CDC, and still he had to bring it in because we had child support kids in Atlanta, so he wanted to equip it with the speakership. But at the end of the day, it's all on the speaker and it's all up to the president. But I know the rule of law caucus, I think they will be making some calls too. And there's the perfect time to have the rule of law caucus, because during the time of the Fonanti Kofa saga, they were one of the group that were vocal in the lower house. So it's time for us to hear from the rule of law caucus. Maybe we'll get Chairman Belete one of these days to ask him where's their take on the whole speakership issue and the controversy.
I know that everything will happen. There's a beginning.
What happening to your religious group, the Muslim Council?
Oh, don't mind people.
Behavior of the speaker, and we are not hearing anything from the religious, and you are the incoming deacon. Why?
Yeah, and our morality.
That's it. So we're still waiting. For me, we're still waiting to hear what they will say, because are you sure? They will always want to take the side and be able, because they are the ones that are giving the people position. Just imagine people like Rachel Kun will become Father of the Year. Rachel, in fact, the men are even Professor Momo even asking as to what are the men, I don't know what kind of subject or what kind of
he's an accountant,
that's the reason why this country continues to go down the drain. Look at teachers, look at people that are imparting knowledge in people.
You ask about religious council. There religious council will call me, will talk really some Christmas tree and walk in a flower here. Ask about
well, good night, man. People. We see you tomorrow by the grace of God. We have a few more days into 2026. Maybe hopefully, I don't know what tomorrow we'll be able to ask the people for their best performing directors, government officials, and so forth of the year. Their lawmakers. Maybe we can do that tomorrow or maybe Wednesday.
Yeah, I think I will take you out to the new year. Then I take a break during the new year, the first couple of weeks of the new year. Then we'll just do the show, because I wasn't so busy today, but I broke my own. I was enticed to be on the show today, so I said let me come in. So we'll do it, and then we can ask them their best performing public official, the three branches of government, and from the Labyrinth. That will be a very good exercise. Good to hear.
All right. Thank you, Brother Ali. Good night. Thanks to all of you, our viewers, our listeners. Let me say thanks to the management of the great institution headed by our own dynamic CEO, Honorable Laike BDT, and our head of radio and programs, Onio Sumai Ramos. Good night to all of you people. We see you then tomorrow by the grace of God.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents from there. So welcome my life with African.
I lyrical
Master.
Clay Paris, who make you, I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, and more I go. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
And I dine ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I dine ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget na ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't forget na. So she work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to sell. The flesh, that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life with Africa. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, Sano to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to Maggie B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.